everyone. Thank you for tuning in to episode 14 of Living Blissfully in the Digital Fast Lane. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about how procrastination is sabotaging our success. So we wait and we observe and we never ever take any action. So I see how some people waited forever and didn't do anything about it. So recently, I had a conversation with one of my leads. So 1 year ago, she said that she had no time. And 1 year later, she still had no time for business. And yet she understood how this business can help her create more time. And right now, her biggest obstacle is that she has no time. So my advice to her is that change doesn't happen when we wait. Change happens when we go out there and do something different. Change starts with changing ourselves. So, like, take myself for an example. Like, before this business, I was a weekend mom. I don't have time for my children, and they don't stay with me. So 6 months after starting the business, I was able to quit my job and replace my job with this business. So that was when I am creating more time for myself and my family. So the advice to that lead of mine is really that none of us here come in with time or money. So it's only that we start the business that we start to claim back more time for ourselves, and at the same time have the business take care of the financial part. So we don't have time now. That's right. That's most of us. We are at this point. Then we will do something about it and then create time. So yeah, just trying to understand, like, can people with such experience like share this with me? What's going on through your mind? Like, is it fear, or are you just being careful? Or perhaps like being too careful is costing you something. Like, for example, like in like a new role or promotion, it is unknown, it is scary, and sometimes people reject it because they are familiar with the current and they rather stay in the current. So, or are you like already struggling in a job and you waited too long until you finally get a new job and then treat yourself better? Or maybe that you are in the wrong industry, an industry that is it doesn't suit you, and you waited too long till you decided to like go back to school, and study and then start pursuing your true career dream. So that all of that is related to procrastination, and that is costing you a lot, costing you your happiness even. So what I want to say here is that we have options in life, and it is up to us if we want to take it or not. So change often takes time, it takes money, but happiness is priceless. So I would always choose happiness. So people always think and assume the worst because we are wired that way. But change that mindset. What if it works? Correct? There is a chance that it will work. So is it really doing nothing a safer option? I think not all the time. So let's get into the topic of today, how procrastination is sabotaging our success. So what is procrastination? Procrastination is about postponing tasks or decisions, often by focusing on less urgent but easier activities instead. So is that you? I think most of us do that in some point in our life because that is easy. And sometimes we procrastinate to delay necessary actions on things that are difficult, maybe unpleasant or boring. So even when it leads to stress or missed opportunities, people still do it because it is easy. So, but the long-term effect is usually what we suffer from. And it's only when we finally do something about it, then we feel the relief. So I've understand and read that there are two types of procrastination. So one is called the active procrastination, which is it means delaying tasks intentionally because the person works better under pressure. And then the second type is passive procrastination, which means delaying tasks due to indecision or avoidance without any intent to benefit from the delay. So, which type of procrastination are you? I think most of us fall into the second one, which is just being indecisive or just avoiding the task totally. Then, why do we procrastinate? A lot of the time, it's the fear of failure because we worry that we might not be able to complete the task successfully. We worry about what others will think about us, what others will say. And this form of worry about failure, it's usually the greatest obstacle for us. And why we procrastinate is also because of perfectionism. The desire to complete the task perfectly can lead to avoiding starting them entirely. So I do know of people like that. And there is also another group of people who may feel like overwhelmed, right? Like the task is starting on the task is too scary, it's too difficult, so leading to avoidance. And some people it's just lack of motivation, like they don't feel driven or interested in the task at hand. And regardless of what caused us to procrastinate, the consequences is usually the same, which leads to like stress and anxiety, right? The increased level of stress due to like approaching deadlines or pile up work. So whether we like it or not, we do it or not, the deadline is still there. We cannot run away from the deadline. And what I learned about stress is that only when we do something about it, then the stress disappear. We have to work on it, act on it, right? Then we will not feel stressful. It's only when we let it sit there, rot there, then we can feel the stress level going up. So that is, I think, the negative side about procrastination. So it also leads to like reduced performance, like when we are pressed for time, we produce low quality work and also missed opportunities. And this will lead to like damaged reputation. Why do I say that? Because when we produce poor quality work, right, we can be perceived as like unreliable or even lazy. So that cost us a lot. That cost us of our maybe our opportunities at work. And it also leads to like negative health impact, like stress and anxiety usually is not good for health, not good for the mental health as well. So these are the few consequences of procrastination. So how exactly does procrastination sabotage our success? So definitely there will be missed opportunities by delaying action. We may miss like deadlines for job applications, promotions, or anything important projects. So that is caused by delayed actions. And these missed opportunities can set back our career advancement and personal growth. So like delaying financial decisions like investment, sometimes it's time critical, you need to make decision fast for certain investments. And it's the same as when we consider starting a business or not. So there is always time critical to such important decisions, I feel. So procrastination can lead to missed opportunities and definitely reduce productivity. Like when we procrastinate, we spend time on non-essential activities. Like we rather do something that is easy or it's just a waste of time. And this reduces our overall productivity and leaves like less time for high priority tasks. So leading to like even like incomplete projects or rushed low quality work, which I mentioned earlier that it results in like bad reputation for ourselves where we are seen as lazy. So it also hinders our learning and growth. Like procrastination, it prevents us from like fully engaging in like learning opportunities and skill development. By delaying study, like we limit our ability to acquire new knowledge and improve our competencies, which all of these are important for long-term success. So when we procrastinate, like we delay, we miss opportunities, all of that will sabotage our success. And oftentimes it also leads to like poor decision making, because procrastination often leads to rush decision making. Like when we leave tasks until the last minute, we may not have sufficient time to gather information and make well-informed decisions, and so that can lead to poor choices. And the quality of our life is really dependent on the choices we make. So the impact of procrastination is huge. So when people get overwhelmed and stressed, I don't think they have time to find solution. They only try their best to manage what's on their plate. And we don't live our best lives when we are busy managing things. We only live our best lives when we have choices and when we make smart choices. So don't leave things till the last minute. And I think it's important for us to plan long term, plan for the future so that we can enjoy life later. So what is procrastination like for me in the business? You may wonder. Like for me, I set deadlines for myself to do something, but I didn't do it. Right? That is procrastination for me in business. And that is okay. And I can do that, right? Because I am not answering to anyone. I am only responsible for myself. But is that doing anything good for myself or the business? No, it's not doing anything good for myself or the business when I procrastinate in my own business. So my success in the business is based on the choices I make. It is okay to take breaks when I need to, but always remember to come back to it, right? If I take time to enjoy now, there is a high chance that I may suffer later if I didn't plan for my retirement, if I didn't, plan for the long term and see the bigger picture. So the plan is to grow the business to a size that is able to generate passive income, even when I do like limited things or nothing. So that is the end goal. So my end goal is to enjoy later, because right now I am still considered young. I have energy. I have now I have more time, right? I can put time and effort into the business, and then as I age, then I can start to enjoy life when my children are older, when I have even more time to myself. Then I have the time, like right now I'm already taking time for hobbies and interests, which are important, because as I age, as my children grows older, and when they like have their own family, when they need less of me, yes, then my interest, my hobbies is all I have. My spouse as well, so I need to spend time with my spouse. So these are the things that I look forward to in the long term. So they will happen. It's just that it's not now, but I'm sure that I put in time and effort to grow it now, I will get there. So what do I do when I catch myself procrastinating? I'm also human. I also procrastinate sometimes, and that is normal. It's just that when I do catch myself doing it, what do I need to do about it? So like I will like quickly want to get back on track, and I remind myself like, why did I even started? Like, why? What's the reason of me starting the business, or what's the reason of me like getting started on anything? So get back on my goals, and start like listing down actionable items and also ways for me to track progress, because that is important. Because the end goal for me in this business, it's far, it's huge. So I need some form of tracking for me to see if I am progressing at the speed that I want. Am I moving at the right pace? Am I comfortable with where I am now? So with all that, I also do make it a point like to allow myself to be in the phase of like like putting the business aside if I need to. Because like I make it a point to feed my own needs first, like giving myself like another day or two just for myself to recharge and do the things that I need to before I get back to doing what I really need to. Because feeling recharged, feeling happy, it's the motivation for me to get back to on doing things that I do not enjoy. So really grateful for the business, that also the beauty of the business is allowing me to have the time and set my own schedule. If I really need to, then I will like put things aside and focus on myself. Like when I feel good, when I am happy, when I take care of myself first, yes, then I can start pursuing um, like difficult things or challenging myself with difficult things. So of course, I can put things away indefinitely. So I can do that. It's just that I should not, because letting it be stagnant is not what I want, and a slowed down business is not benefiting me, and also not supporting my end goal of earning passive income. So before passive income happens, it needs me to be there to build and grow it. So I will also create like space and conducive environment for me to stay committed on my task. Like I can remove like distractions. Like for me, because I am a stay-at-home mom, so I do have my like quiet time in the morning when my boy is in school and my husband is at work, for me to spend the morning doing productive, being productive in the morning. So I can spend that few hours to focus on what I need to do. Then I will have the rest of the day back to my mommy duties. So that is my what I have read about procrastination, its impact, and how it sabotage our success. So I hope everybody have a greater understanding about procrastination and what is it costing us. So that's all for my sharing today. I am Priscilla. I am a digital business mentor, and I am here to help others change their lives for the better with digital business. Mothers get to enjoy more quality time with their children and have more time for self-love and take care of their well-being. Remember that we are not just mothers, we can create a lifestyle best for ourselves and our families. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this sharing gives you a better understanding and also get to know me a little bit better. So thank you. Thank you and goodbye. Catch you next time. Bye bye.